Hiya folks, I'm Grim and welcome to Grim Grooves. Today we'll be checking out Classroom Dreamer by Mili, with the animation as well. It's rare to see animations from Mili, but I'm excited to check this out because Mili's stuff is just always so phenomenal. I can never get tired of it because it's always so experimental and interesting every single time. But make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so you can see all the new content I've got coming out of all kinds. And I've got a ton of Mili songs I've reacted to already, both from Project Moon games and other stuff as well. Also on my Patreon, if you'd like to check that out. But without further ado, let's check out Classroom Dreamer. This is such a fantastic animation. And the background melody is also excellent, like very light, very childlike, I guess you could say. I mean, it fits this vibe. It's very like xylophone heavy, I think, and it's very, very bouncy, very light, very happy, kind of upbeat. Again, typically Mili songs are very dark, at least the lyrics are typically very dark, so I'm curious where this will go, if this will lean into the same kind of thing or if it's going to be something different. But I'm just really blown away by this animation style. It's really, really, really good. And the music's also fantastic. I mean, Cassie's vocals are always on point, and they're really good here with the backing of that kind of, again, xylophone backing track. It's very light, very kind of, again, upbeat and very, again, reminiscent of childhood, which fits this story, it seems like. Damn. Damn. Wow, these musical changes are so interesting. During that last part, I was going to pause it because it was just so interesting. Like, it became a lot more kind of industrial and like spacey sounding. Like the kind of xylophone style beats that we had in the beginning kind of went into the background, and we had a little bit more industrial sounding like synth melodies that came in on top of that. And now going into this next section, we've got a fantastic violin melody coming in. Just really well structured so far. It's also just all fantastic. And again, the visuals are just so interesting and like so well done. Like, I wonder if they worked with like an anime studio or something like that to do this animation, because it's just so high quality. I want to actually go back and get that sequence again because it was really cool. Like, just the world popping apart and showing that, like, it's all a dream, right? Really, really cool. I mean, and the music is also fantastic. The way that that heavy kind of drum beat came in, like that really strong, like, again, I'm not even sure what kind of drum it was or whatever, but it's just really heavy kind of percussion beats that came out of nowhere on top of that violin melody. That's just fantastic violin melody that's came in the background there. And again, the the other instruments in the back sound kind of industrial, like synth melodies, but it works really well for this sequence and how they've done this, and it's just really beautiful. And again, the animation's on point. Cassie's vocals are phenomenal. Like, this is probably becoming one of my favorite Mili songs so far. It's really, really fantastic and interesting. This section's also fantastic. Like, I always love it when Cassie's vocals are layered on top of Cassie's vocals, because I mean, she just has such a phenomenal voice, and that kind of airiness to her vocals in general works really well with a layered vocal style, especially when it's kind of syncopated, where one kind of plays a little bit after the other and they're kind of layered like this. It works really, really well. And this is no different. Like, and again, with the backdrop of this phenomenal animation, like, I would love to see this anime if it was an anime. Like, it's so interesting. Like, just a kid who's dreaming of a fantasy world and then releases into that fantasy world or whatever it is, right? Like, just super fascinating, I should say. It ends with that same kind of xylophone melody at the end. Absolutely beautiful. Like, when it comes to Mili animations and Mili music videos, I've only ever seen like probably 3 or 4 of them or something like that at this point. But this is definitely by far the best music video that I've seen from Mili. And it's just so interesting, so well animated, and the story it's telling is just so captivating. I mean, again, as I said before, if this was an anime, it would probably be really interesting. And the lyrics didn't get too dark. It was mostly just like being lonely and creating a world to kind of get friends and things like that, which is somewhat sad in and of itself, but at the same time, it's not as dark as Mili music typically is. Like, even if it seems like very light and childlike on the surface, it's usually very dark. But this one's not too crazy, at least from what I could pick up in my first listen. I'll have to go back and listen to it more over time and see if I can understand even more going forward. But it's a beautiful song, and I'll definitely be adding it to my playlist because it's just such a fantastic melody. The musical melody is fantastic, but Cassie's vocals are always on point. Like, she's one of those vocalists that no matter what she sings, it's really, really good every time. Like, the melodies in the background amplify it quite a bit, but she has such a phenomenal voice and such a phenomenal range with her vocals that it works with just about any style of music, and they've shown that with Mili. I mean, they always tend to experiment with new styles and different types of music every single time they put out music, it seems. And this one was very light and very kind of poppy in a way, but it worked really, really well, especially for the style of this video, which was just absolutely beautiful. Like, incredibly well done. That was amazing. But anyways, thanks for hanging out and watching my reaction. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Until next time, later days, folks.